It is time. Can we start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shall we start, sir? Yes. Am I audible to you, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Right. We'll go for the screen sharing. So is my screen visible to everyone?
No, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
So we can go ahead, right?
Yeah, sir. So good evening, everyone, and good evening, sir. So today's session will start, and I'll introduce today's speaker with all of us. We have Dr. Anand Bhartiya, Managing Director of Ananda Premium Yoga Center. So he is from Raipur and he completed BNYS from SDM College from RGHS. And his inclination towards the natural therapy and lifestyle medicine comes from his father belief in yoga and naturopathy system. He has been teaching yoga, Hatha yoga internationally in various countries like Thailand, Hong Kong, Australia, and India for almost a decade. His extensively teaches Hatha yoga style, but apart from that, he also specialization in the modern and traditional styles of yoga, which include power, vinyasa, ashtanga, satyananda, kriya, and therapy yoga. And he is well versed with naturopathic and wellness medicine like nutrition and dietetics, hydrotherapy and physiotherapy, therapeutic manipulation, heliotherapy, chromotherapy, and Reiki and acupuncture and sport medicine. So we welcome you, sir, on this small platform with all of us,
Thank
and we
you.
hope we will learn more and more through your
Thank you.
this introduction. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Namaste. Good evening to all of you. I think it is a good afternoon. So I would better say good afternoon. I hope I am audible and clear to all of you. And let us start with the topic right away, as we are constraining the time to about 40 minutes, which I will be speaking. And then if you have any queries, questions to ask. Right. So the topic I have chosen, as I'm into this field since long, and because yoga is encompassing all the physical, mental, and spiritual well-being or wellness. So yoga is the biggest trend at present, and it is. Sorry, I am saying yoga as in English. So if you pronounce it properly, it is yoga. Okay. So don't mind that part, because in English it's written that way. So we need to pronounce that way. Right. So let it be very clear. It is yoga, but as it is written in English, we speak that way. So the basic challenges in starting up of any yoga clinic or studio or centers. So being a managing director, whatever I'll be speaking, it is out of my personal experience, and through the learnings I have been learning from different countries, I have worked with different multinationals also. So because of that, it's been almost 16 years I have been teaching, and I had started my career in 2006. I started my BNYS study in 2000, and completed in 2005. And since then, I have been working continuously. So the topic is very clear, and we can go for the next slide. So what we should have, these are the basic steps we need to include or look after or to take care when we are planning or even thinking of having yoga center, clinic, or studio. Right. So the first plan is creating a business plan. What is business plan? We'll discuss it soon. Then the legal entity, what are the legal entities you have to take care, you have to look after. This is more crucial when you're working in countries like USA, UK, Australia, or any other countries outside India. But also it is important now in India also to have some legal documentations of the center opening, or to make the things much easier and run smoothly. Then that's topic number C is permits and licenses. I'll be elaborating all the topics. Then selecting the section. It is like a picking up of type of practice you are going to offer to your clients, customers, or patients according to their need. It could be generalized or specialized. Then location. See, to open a center, you need to have a proper location. So we'll work on the location, how to select location, what are the basic key points in selection of location. Right. Then comes to part of marketing, how to expand your brand or how to bring awareness about your brand to the public you are seeking, right? So that's the category of people. And then comes the challenges. What exactly are the biggest challenges and why a lot of yoga centers fail to continue? That is the most important part, challenges. Just there are few tips which can be corrected. So they are, to overcome those challenges, there are success tips which we'll be discussing soon. Now let's go to the business plan. How to plan a business. So as you can see in the screen, planning a good business plan is essential to success as an entrepreneur. The very important part is, so your plan should, so you being, even you're thinking, see, I want to open up your clinic or center, anything, you're thinking, right? So you are going to be an entrepreneur, right? So that's why you have to have a very good plan. First thing, the most important thing is the working capital. See, any business you want to start, so there is one thing which I learned. First thing you need to even think about having a business, or because it could be clinic, studio. So first thing you need to have in your mind is courage. Very first thing, before even planning all these things, you need to have courage, first thing. And second thing, you need to have guts to take the risk, because if you can't take risk, you can't be an entrepreneur. So that is very, very important part here. Right. So a very good business plan should include, the most important thing is working capital. Now, what is that working capital and how to select? Because if you know that you have a budget, I'm going to input the initial cost, a budget of maybe 5 lakh or 10 lakh or 2 lakh or 1 lakh, whatever is your budget. So according to the budget, we will now decide to select the right space. What is this space here? This space is the area in the means of square feet. So you need to know how much area or square feet you want to have in your budget, because when we'll talk on the location part later, then we will know why this space is important. Because when you have to select the space, first you should have in your mind how many pupils are you going to accommodate, right? If you're thinking I'm going to have a compact session accommodating 15 to 20 people in a batch, so accordingly you need to multiply. Like if you're you know the size of yoga mat, standard size of yoga mat is 2 by 6, width by 2 and length by 6. Okay, so when we have the 2 by 6 yoga mat, so it's already occupying 2 by 6 space, then you should give at least 1 to 2 feet on the right hand side, on the left hand side, on the back side, and on the front side. So if you calculate all those, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, it comes about somewhere 28 to 30 square feet area required per person. So that is how you have to decide how many clients you're going to accommodate in the space you're going to hire, or if you have your own space or you're renting this. Because the bigger area you require, the bigger will be your budget, means your rentals will be higher, right? Then you should know how many numbers of staff you're going to hire in very initial stage, like what you need in very initial stage, right? And then to determine the amount of risk you will be able to take. That is your own confidence and your own worth. So you should know how much risk can you take. So for example, if I, when I started in very beginning, I thought of taking risk to pay rentals of about 50,000 per month. For example, I am telling. So if I am taking the risk of paying 50,000 rupees rental per month, then how much should I be earning to manage that successfully and to run and not to stop or shut down the business? So that is how we are going to decide many things with the help of the working capital, with the help of initial cost we are planning when we are building. So selecting the right space, it will help you. It will help you to hire the right number of employees. It will help you to determine the amount of risk you're going to take. It will help you to meet out your rent, your utility expenses. So for anything, what is utility expenses? You know, right? If it is metropolitan, you have to pay for electricity as well as water you are using, right? And then you have to also decide the staff salary, and you should be able to have some backup amount to manage the staff salary in first few initial stages, right? So am I clear till now? Now then you will be also deciding the target market, right? You want to go for the urban population, you want to go for the suburbs, you want to accommodate all kind of population. It depends, because being a doctor we have to think of accommodating all the groups. It's not that we need to only focus on the higher income side group, we need to focus all the group, we need to able to accommodate everyone. So that's how we should decide our target market. And then we need to plan very competitive fee structure, but make sure when you plan your fee structure, it should be like you're not reducing your own worth when you're planning your fee structure. Because being BNYS, after studying BNYS, you are a doctor and you are, well worth of charging proper fees. So if I'm not discussing right now what I charge you, but if you have that question, I'll tell you. And how to, you have to always keep your value high. You can't think of keeping your value low. But you have to also see the markets around you. You have to also see the competitors, because in present scenario, there are a lot of free yoga sessions going on. There are a lot of donation only yoga classes going on. So that will disturb your market if you don't have a very competitive fee structure. So I hope you get this point. So we go for the next slide. Now legal entities. So there are factors like, what are the factors under legal entity? So the liability, taxation. So these two, when we are very clear, doing we are we have overcome the liability issues and taxation issue. So ease of setup, it will be helpful. So our setup becomes at ease. And ownership control. Why ownership control? That I will discuss when I am coming to that. So what is liability exactly? See, in India, we are still on very safer side. But if you are going to work in USA, UK, Australia, or even just go outside of your India, nearby countries like Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, Hong Kong, China, Indonesia, the people have the rights to sue you. You understand the suing, right? So if you have to be very careful, taking all the possible help to have very legal approach and to prevent getting liable on your own side. So you should not be liable for anything, otherwise you will be ending up paying hefty amount, or even sometimes the centers may shut down, so that is another part that will again come into the next topic also. Now taxation. For taxation, we need to have our CA's advice. So what is taxation? So normally service tax liability we have, right? But there is a certain amount that is in India. It is almost about 9 to 10 lakhs per year. If you're if you're earning more than that, then you might have to also pay the service tax that you will have to take from your customer sometimes. So that will be added into the fees again. So again, a lot of things related with that. So that is how you have to work on taxation. So this part, taxation part, will be guided with your, like you have to take help of your CA, right? So that he will clear you. Then when these two parts, liability is clear, that we don't have personal liability, when you are starting the center, we are clearing up all the tasks before that. And taxation, that legal advice we have to take with CA, and then ease of setup. So now these two factors will help us to easily set up, and we will have less mental stress of getting sued or getting some objections from anyone, right? So there's the, then comes the ownership control. Now, why I am talking about ownership control, because this is one important part. See, you cannot just go and rent a space or have your own space and you can just right away start your clinic, right? So sometime what we have to do, like what we did in the very beginning when I returned to India. So we collaborated with the known people. What is collaboration? It's a kind of partnership, but you should make that partnership like a LLP. What is LLP? It is limited liability partnership, where if you're having the collaboration or on the basis of some percentage with the person you're starting, the center. So it should be very clear in the terms and conditions that you are not liable of the space of the interiors you are doing, and if you are still spending a lot of amount in your interiors, then you have to make sure that it is transferable when you leave that space. So it should have minimum liability. Otherwise, that will be a kind of burden you will have, right? So this is what is ownership control. And if we are not going for partnership, then I would suggest all of you, what all of you to start with very small scale of business with a small room, having a reception desk, consultation, and a small area. Start with very small area, maybe 300 square feet area and 500 square feet area, a very small area. So you have minimum liability because here you work as a proprietor. So you are working on the proprietorship program. So that is on the small basis. And once you are able to, uh, expand yourself, when people like your practices, you like the way you teach, then you can think of expanding your business. Maybe you are hiring a bigger space again if you want to keep continuing on the sole proprietorship program, or if you want to go for partnership. But remember always, whenever you go for partnership, it may suit you, it may not suit you. So in that condition, it should be limited liability. Means you should have minimum liability. You should have minimum risk when it comes to closing up or changing of the place. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of amount in the interiors or all the furnitures or whatever things come, right? So I hope I am clear till now, and I think my voice is not breaking, and I hope I'm Bhavit, you can just give me the feedback.
Sir, it's clear, sir.
Okay, good. So I hope things are going smooth. So next
Yes.
comes, yes, thank you, Bhavit. So next we come to the permit and license. Now, what are the permits we need, right? So at present we need following permits, and if we don't have the permit, what it may risk, failure to acquire necessary permission can result in fine and even shutdown of the business. So we can, even you start the business without the permission, you can still start the business without the permission because you have certification. You are in BNYS authorized practice. So you have authority to start your business, but still we need permissions, license. So first license we need from the municipal corporation of the area you are working. So for example, I am living in Shankanagar area in my city, Raipur. And so I need to reach out to my local municipal corporation of this particular area that is divided zone wise. So and there I need to apply for two licenses. First is Anugapti. Anugapti license is the one taking permission, asking permission to begin your center. And the other one is the Gumasta license, and that is a kind of 5 years permission. So you have to renew your Anugapti every year. So you have to remember the time of your license. At right time, you have to renew it. And this, the second one, Gumasta license, you have to have that renewed every 5 years. So it is like once you get your Gumasta, not easy to get, let me tell you. You have to work out really hard to get it sometime, and sometime it is very easy to get. It depends on the person who is dealing with. So all being in the society, you have to make sure that you have a very good relation with the people to have things done very clear. So you cannot like sometimes they even tell ki, like you know, oh, it is difficult to get license because your section comes under gym category or it comes under beauty parlor category. Then we have to clear them, explain them. No, we are doing very rightful business, nothing illegal. Or sometimes questions arise like that. So see, this is all out of experience. I'm speaking now. Comes license is clear from the municipal, then service tax registration. So again, the CA will help us for service tax registration. I think. It is being like waived off for us for first I think some 20K, but the income tax rule and budget rules are changing every year, so it is always good to have your or seek your CA's advice on this part. But at present what I know, it is like up to 20 lakhs it is you're exempted, but you have to like again change on the type of it is. I am talking about the proprietorship part, but if you're going on partnership basis, then we have to still discuss with you. So somewhere around what I was reading recently when I was preparing, so it is somewhere around 9 lakhs, and after 9 lakhs we are liable for service tax. So after 9 lakhs it is like 10 lakhs onwards. If it is more than 10 lakhs, you have to collect the service tax from your customer. So again, in that condition, we have to think a lot of things or plan a lot of things. Then we also need to take a declaration from the legal advisor. Before even applying for Anugapti license or Gumasta license, you have to visit to the court and the legal advisors means जो वकील होते हैं, तो उनसे you have to get the declaration form or शपथ पत्र हम बोलते हैं उसको. So that you have to get, and then your other licenses will be approved accordingly. So you need to have a lot of documentation. You need to documentation we can maybe discuss later if it is really needed. Then registration under clinic and nursing. So now if you're coming to a yoga clinic, a wellness clinic, wellness clinic and OP, outpatient naturopathy department, yoga clinic, and likewise. Okay, I think did I miss? Okay, and I'm back. So registration under clinic and nursing aid. So that you can do it online. This is available online. So if you're going for a clinic or if you're mentioning clinic in your center's name, like I write like Ananda, so I am writing the term center. I'm not writing the term clinic or wellness center, something like that. So it depends on what you're writing. It depends on name, your center's name. So if it is under clinic, you have to go for the registration act. Now selecting your section. Now this comes very important. Now this is the practical part where, so we have done all the legal activities, permits, licenses, we have planned our business. Now we have opened up our center, now we have opened up our center and now we are about to begin our center. Now before you begin your center or before you offer your classes, you need to know what you're going to teach, or you need to plan what you're going to teach. So if you are a multi-talented person, then you need to learn different varieties of yoga practices. In the market now, yoga practices are divided into many varieties. See, what we studied theoretically is Hatha Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, and so on. And accordingly, right? And then we have different paths of yoga, right? But here, these are the categories of yoga, like Ashtanga Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, yoga therapy, power yoga, which is termed in America. Then there is a special practice called Vikram Yoga, Hot Yoga. So there are Hatha Yoga, and there are a lot of practices, Kundalini Yoga. So I can keep naming out. So I think you can just find it out. So picking a type of yoga practice you want to offer to your customer see, you have decided the place, you have decided the location also, right? I think, did I go for, okay, I need to go back there. Right. So we'll come to location next. Now picking a type of yoga practice, that is clear, right? So you have to decide the type. So you can pick it either based on popularity or attractiveness, right? Or you can offer multiple varieties of practices, not to keep it monotonous, right? Now there is a concept of one type of practice being more popular. So this like in I was talking about Bikram yoga. So Bikram yoga is it is adherent to only 26 postures. So those 26 postures are done in 30 minutes and in a very hot temperature, about 40 degrees Celsius. So that is the temperature of the room. So it's a humid temperature. So they do use the vapors to create the humidity also inside. So very tiring in the beginning, and then it gets more sweat, and suppleness gets easier. So there are benefits and drawbacks of all kind of factors. So like that popularity I was talking about. So Bikram yoga is popular, Ashtanga Vinyasa is popular, Iyengar yoga is popular, right? So those things, those are very important, right? So we can go next. Now comes to selection of location. Okay, while location is very important to sustain your business, choosing a perfect location is mandatory to maintain sustainability of your business. See, if you open up the center in like according to your budget, if you are, so you have to also make sure that your budget and the place you are going to select both should accommodate each other, right? So when we are opening up the center, I've got 15 minutes. Right. So when we are opening up the center, we have to take care of these things. Factors necessary to decide right location is convenience. First thing, it should be very convenient to approach. Then it should be secure area. Means either it is in main road or in vicinity of main road, or it is in the residential surrounding. Because residential surrounding, people are living, right? So it is more secure. But if you're going for a commercial surrounding, then it is not secure sometimes. But still we can go for, but we should make sure that it is a very occupied commercial complex. It is not empty commercial complex. It is not newly built commercial complex. It is occupied commercial complex where there is people moving around throughout the day, right? So that is important for safety part, security part. Then easily accessible. Easily accessible, I mean through road. So it should be very easy to locate. So if you guide the people, okay, you have to come till here and you will find the center. So that becomes easily accessible through the roads, right? And it should be clearly visible. People, it should not be somewhere hidden and you need to still search or ask many people, see, do you know where is this center? This is very difficult part, because that will make your client, the first client coming in, make your client frustrated, very frustrated, because he still couldn't find you. So this is very important. It should be very easily accessible, clearly visible when he reaches to the location. And then it should have plenty, ample of parking space. Why this is important? Because if you are working in residential area and you don't have a parking space, the neighbors will always object. Oh, you have parked, you have parked in front of me, my gate, or in near my house. So there are a lot of objections which may occur. Again, this is personal experience. So you should always have a very good parking space when you decide for the class. Okay, we can go for next. Now marketing. Right? Before we begin the center, and if we are not known to people, this is the way we can make them know us. So by making people knowing us, the best and affordable way is placing the ad in the newspaper. Very beginning, a very small ad in the they are like in Dainik Bhaskar, for example, there is a health section separately. You can just put your ad into that, or something. Or you can just put your ad in the magazines, health magazines, because people, if they're aware of, so they will read magazines and okay, they will know. So that's how you can do. Then playing the ad in the radio and television station, if your budget permits, or when you are popular, the people, television people or radio people will approach you themselves. Like, we don't need to go to them; they will approach us. That is what we can do. Social media platform. This is cost effective, right? Cost effective social media, because everyone is now familiar with social media. They use a lot of social media. So that can be effectively used. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp. So there are many ways, right? And bulk SMS system or voice dial system. There are a lot of things can be there. Then simple and most effective ways, word of mouth publicity. And let me tell you, if you're working on this marketing strategy, from my own personal experience, 50% of your client just come to you because of word of mouth. So rest of the 50% is covered with your ads or playing into audio, radio and all. So definitely you have to rely on word of mouth publicity, and to rely on word of mouth publicity, it is very important that you satisfy your client, you satisfy your customer, you approach them in such a way that they are satisfied with your work and they bring you more. So it's like one satisfied person will bring you 10 satisfied person will bring you 20, and likewise it's keeping growing. But one unsatisfied will cancel directly 100 clients. So ratio is very different. So if you are not satisfying your client, then negative publicity will take place. So word of mouth has to be always positive. So for that, you have to put a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a right approach, polite way. You have to, you have to be a very good listener when you work on these parts. Being a businessman, you have to also be a very good listener, because when you can listen good, as a doctor, we need to listen good. We need to hear all the problems of the client. It may take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour, it doesn't matter. But once you hear them, they are satisfied. Half of the problems erase just by talking, right? So that applies here also. So I think I'm very clear with a lot of my topic. Actually, I have a lot to speak, but I want to keep it very precise. I don't want to take any extra time, right? So I am just working quickly. I think this is second last slide and we are already into the last topic. So I'm just checking if I'm missing anything. I have also penned down, so if I miss something, I can tell you later. Right, now come to the biggest challenge in managing your studio. So you have opened up the studio, you have a clients coming in, and now your center is running. So you have a monthly fees plan or quarterly fees plan structure, or yearly fee planning structure, likewise, whatever. Now the most difficult part comes maintaining a positive cash flow, because see, you may be very good with the client. Okay, you may be very good with the client, but sometimes payment comes like okay, it get delayed, sometime 2 days, sometime a week. So you need to plan in such a way that it is well systemized, and if you can overcome this problem, maintaining a positive cash flow, then you will run successfully. You will never need to shut down your business. So this is very important part. You have to work it out with, maybe you can take a lot of experience from the person. So I can help you guiding in that also. I can help you planning your business. You can get consultation done. Now comes to the finding a great teacher. Now again, this part very early it came. I talked about you. So the popularity of class. So if you are a Ashtanga yoga teacher, and if you are a very good teacher, what is good teacher or great teacher? So I did not like writing good. I would prefer writing great, because what we speak, that also encourages us. So we should find great teachers. Great in the way, it is the attitude which is most important. Attitude is always the most important part when you look for the teacher. So it's you, if you are doing a small business, starting with yourself, or if your better half is also from the same field, so you have two people. But when you work on the expansion of your business, you need to have many teachers, because you can't be there in all your centers. So in that condition, we have to have very good teachers. So selecting teacher, it is very important to look for the good attitude. That is the only thing you have to look into the teacher, good attitude. Certification is definitely must. They should have proper certification. They should be good in the practice, because it is also important to be a very good demonstrator. I will, before we just finish our topic, I will also show you some of my pictures which we use for branding the branding my center, like ambassador pictures, you can say them like ambassador. So like that. So I'll be showing you in the virtual background soon. So finding the teacher, maintaining the integrity of yoga. So you must make sure that what you want to give people, it is very integrated, and you're also maintaining the authenticity of it. And for all this above problem, the automation, like computerized system. What is computerized system or what is automation? It like a kind of software which will manage all your accountings. It will also help you to send reminders, so you don't have to personally tell to your client, and reminders, planning of scheduling, sending the schedules, emailing the schedules, or messaging the schedules. Just through the software, it can be done, balancing and all. So automation can help in controlling this part. So you can just send the gentle reminders. Okay, it's your membership is due in that month, and don't always remind them. Just a day before. Okay, tomorrow is your membership expiring. So that will be like a very very wrong approach, I would say. So you should always give a gentle reminder, maybe a month before. Or some people, they are so good, they ask you themselves, so when I am going to complete my membership. So in that condition, it is easy, you can tell them back. Right. So what automation? And if you are starting with a small scale setup, don't go for automation because software may cost you. So we can go hire, instead of automation, we can hire one reception staff. Okay. But when you hire a reception staff, you will need to train them because they don't know what is yoga. So they cannot, explain people what you're going to teach or what style you teach. Then there are a lot of questions. QA comes, when people come for visiting or inquiring about the center or business. So we have to, train the reception, but that could be a lesser expense. Hiring a reception would be a better option. And he will maintain all the attendance of the clients. He will also maintain, or he or she, whatever, they will also maintain the attendance of client, reminding them of their renewals and all such things which may be required. And he'll be also your second hand to help you around with all the props or things, right? So this could be. And I'm coming to my last slide now. Bhavit, just getting back to you, if is there any audibility disturbances?
No, sir, it's clear, sir. You can continue, sir.
So, so I can go on with the last slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is my last slide, the success tip. First thing, be authentic, be yourself, and you should also design your yoga center or yoga studio or clinic in a way applicable to your philosophy. So when you stick to your philosophy, your authenticity, and being yourself, it will attract people, same-minded people, okay, like-minded people to you. So this is very important. Like in my case, what I do, I work with natural air studio pattern. So I have a studio, but I work with natural air studio pattern. See, I, there are practices, open air practices. So this is natural air practice. What is natural air practice? So I don't work on air conditioned rooms or studios. I work completely on the natural. So I find the place well ventilated. So that is my philosophy. So that gives, so a lot of clients come for me just saying that, sir, because you are working on non-air conditioned system, so we like to practice that way. Because there are a lot of studios or gym where they are offering yoga classes, but it is completely air conditioned. And even I have worked with multinational, having more than 10 branches in one country and likewise in other country. It was a American based company. So it was completely air conditioned because they have to maintain the air condition. Also, we used to do hot yoga sessions. So because of that, we used to have heater, we used to have cooling down system. So, but there is a drawback of that we can discuss later if you have question related to that. So be authentic, be yourself, and plan your space, plan your studio in the way it suits your philosophy. That is important. Now, diversifying like variety in schedule. So schedule, just I said, like variety is very much important. You can't serve dal chawal every day. आप मेरे को रोज दाल चावल दोगे तो मैं बोर हो जाऊंगा. It's just like that. Don't serve dal chawal, rice and lentil every day. You have to make sure that even you have only rice and lentil. अगर दाल चावल ही है खिलाने के लिए तो भी उसको चेंज करो. चेंज कैसे? kabhi jeera rice bana do, kabhi dal tadka kar do. It's that way. Like, you need to create variety. You need to have diversity in your practice. So planning of schedule, and you should always invent new classes, a new design of practices. So you should invent new classes. You can give them new names, like the session for wellness, session for better sleep, session for diabetes. So there variety. You can create, challenges. You can go for rotation. If you're working on a bigger sector, like I did work for a bigger sector, so we used to have about 50 teachers working with us. So in that condition, we need to rotate. So we don't have same teacher teaching the first class, second class, third, because we used to have classes from morning 7 to night 9 o'clock. So classes ending at 10 p.m. So I'm just telling you, so it was a whole day session. So it's not the same person teaching one class. So teachers are changing. It may be same class, but teacher changes. So the practice also changes, so it gives the variety to the people. So you must make sure rotation of teacher. If you're working on many teachers, if you're working on yourself, you need to work on variety by you're teaching hatha yoga at 7 o'clock, you are teaching power yoga at 8 o'clock, you're teaching gentle flow, or it's like a therapy of vinyasa at 9 o'clock. So it depends. You have to give variety. Even the single teacher can create variety. That's why you have to invent new classes. Rotation of teacher, just like if you have many teachers or working with many centers. And also, so rotation can be, it's like same teacher working on the same day, like different teacher working on the same day at different times. Or you can have different teacher on different day of the week. Like Monday मैंने class लिया, Tuesday Bhavit ने लिया, Wednesday Vandana ने लिया. It's like, that way you can work. So that is how you can create diversity. So people will always remain attracted, and because of the variety and diversity, they will be coming to you always. It will be always flowing, and they will also give you very positive publicity for you. Okay, they take very good classes. Okay, I'll just take 3 more minutes and complete the class. So offering special events. So in weekends, you can organize workshops, or you can run challenges like weight loss. But when you run challenges, don't run continuously monthly. It's like a 3 month. One challenge is for 3 months, and like one challenge you run for 16 days or 45 days, likewise. And then you can, after 3 months or 6 months, you can plan the second challenge, likewise. So there should be some gap. And when you plan these challenges or workshops, so you have to keep very attractive fees here. Don't charge too much. Just, because you can get payment from your own members again, right? So in that case, don't charge a lot. Charge according to your place, and charge very very fine. It should not be very heavy. So they should easily come to your workshop. Otherwise, you plan the workshop having very big costs, and no one comes up. So it's like failure of the workshop. Then running the challenges, and also you can do teacher training. So teacher training is also the trend, so that can be used. So now there could be if you are going for a budget plan, like you have a good budget, then you can plan of selling retail. Like you can have yoga mats, so you can order it, like you can order from the local vendor or keep it in your studio. It will not take a lot of space. You just have a rack like that, just rack like that, and in the top of the rack you can put hangers to your have yoga attires, right? And then yoga props, mat, water bottles, yoga related books you can have in the languages, in many languages you can have. Always keep like English and the local language. If you're in Karnataka, go for Kannada. If you're in Tamil Nadu, go for Tamil language book. So people like to read that. Then have a website and logo. So why this is important? Because sometimes you are not able to like Bhavit, like you asked me in the last moment, sir, I need to have your introduction. So for that you need something, right? So because I had it ready, I just immediately gave to you. And in the morning I thought, okay, this might be needed, because Bhavit has not asked me till now, but he might need that. But I had put all my details in the slide itself. So I immediately gave to him just in a second. So that is how you should be ready with everything. You have a website. So sometimes you cannot explain people everything, or you're not available to them. So they can go to your website, they can read about you, they can read about the practices you offer, they can read about many things in the website. So have a website. You can have some logo according to your requirement. You can design your logo. Then you have to build a customer base. And once you build a customer base, this is the second, uh, because once you have a customer base, then you know the interested customer base, and you can always send them the messages. You can, like, invite them for free workshops. You can invite them, like, they will always get attracted to you, and somehow they will keep joining you again and again. And few final thoughts, which is important, is we need to, like, we need to plan a. Right. So final thoughts, you can say, like, whatever you do, you should, like, you should be able to overcome the risk factors you might face. Like, you should have a pre-plan. So that could be, I think, and there are a lot of things to speak, but I think this would be sufficient. Maybe we can go for question and answer. So I would say, as slogan here, yoga is a journey of the self, to the self, to the self. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. So we'll have a question and answer. Like those who want, like those who have any question, they can ask directly by unmuting themselves. So unmute and ask.
So we can go for question and answer now. If you have question, you can just let me know.
In chat box also you can.
Yes, I'll check the chat box. Vinita. Sir, is required permission and licenses to start from at own home. Uh, Vinita, yes. Even from your own home, you will at least need the permission from municipal corporation from your side. Like, because sometimes people object when you are starting from home. So yeah, it is always good to have permission, and it is actually required even we are taking rental or doing it from our home. Bhavit, it's from you. Everyone can, okay. It's like everyone else. So is there any question you can ask? Because I think we have a next session at 5, so I want to make it free. Yes, you got the answer, Vinita, right? Okay, thanks. So I think you better write the question in the chat box if possible. I think if there is no question, it is good, because either you have well understood or you have nothing understood nothing. So I don't know. I hope it is well understood, because let it be on the positive attitude side. So I will appreciate if you have any questions, or you can just give your feedback. Bhavit, hand over to you.
Yes, sir. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes if any questions are there.
Sure, sure.
So if they are writing in the textbooks or something like that. So we'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
I think people have already started joining for the next session.
No, sir. It's like according to their timing they are joining whenever
Oh.
they are free. So the questions are there.
It is from Navya Shri. Am I pronouncing right? Navya Shri. Okay, maybe you can unmute. Sir, how about conducting online yoga classes? Yes, conducting online yoga classes is, in present scenario, it is wonderful. And, actually, frankly speaking, or truly speaking, Navya, sorry to say you just short name. I myself had been working to plan this online work from very long. It was my thought, my dream, to reach many people, because sometimes people call me and tell, sir, please have your center in my area, have your center in my area. Like, people want to have things in very much close vicinity, like it should be very close surrounding, so they can walk and come to you. So it is not, I am only one, right? So I can't reach everyone in same timing, or I have to have many centers to, where I teach one class at 6 o'clock, another class at 7:15, 15 minutes traveling time, likewise. So online platform is really wonderful, But for successful online platform, you need to have a customer base. You just like you can drop your video in YouTube, but who will see? जो खाली बैठे हुए हैं वो देखेंगे. Like if people are sometimes they are just surfing on the net, so they will just go through, okay, is there something going on Facebook. But to have a, because I am running online classes also, so to have very successful online classes, you need to have some, at least 10 people following you. Okay, you have 10 people, and then I think it's well answered, Naveshri. Okay, you got my answer, right? So you must have customer base to have online session running smoothly, because through online also you can sit at home and still make a handsome amount to use for your pocket money. Bhumika, from question from Bhumika, so what are the basic things we need to keep in mind if we are starting a small scale classes, and how to make that nominal to every person who approaches us? The best thing you can do, Bhumika, in that scenario, you can, like, sometimes people say, sir, your charges are very high. So what to do? So I uh, what I do, I will not tell you now, because it's a different matter. But in this situation, you can ask them, sir, what is your budget? So can you pay 1,000 rupees per month? Maybe you are charging 1,500 rupees, but his budget allowing, or her budget is allowing only 1,000 rupees a month. So you can offer, okay, you can pay that much. So that could be a way people get attracted to you, and maybe that person brings the another person to you. So I think, Bhumika, you are answered. You can just reply to me. Okay, and it's Mary. Is it Mary or Miri? Can Mary unmute herself? So I'm sorry, because yeah, I don't want to have wrong pronunciation, because it is now come to my habit to ask people their own name and listen their name from their mouth and then pronounce is much better. Okay. So her question is, as a student, can we talk to psychiatrist and ask them to
Sir, it's
refer the
Miri.
patient to us? Yes, please, Mary.
Sir, it's Miri.
Sorry.
Sir, Miri.
Okay. So we talk to psychiatrists and ask them to refer their patients to us for your relaxedly session. Is it practical? Definitely, it is practical. Actually, you can have collaboration. Like, I have a lot of orthopedician coming to me as my client. So, next time when we visit to them, they have been telling their patient, oh, you can go for doing yoga practices, because they know, okay, for this problem, yoga is helpful because they are doing themselves. So now they start suggesting people. So even for the psychiatrist to send their client to you, you better approach them and give them 1 or 2 sessions of yours, and that would make it much easier for them to send you client. Am I answered, Mary? Okay, fine. Relaxation. Yes, relaxation.
So there is a last question that you have left.
Yeah,
Shravani
I
have
think we
asked,
go for the
can you
last question.
comment on, yeah, can you comment on nutraceuticals? In chat box it is there, sir, from Shravani. Can you
So,
comment on nutraceuticals?
Bhavit, can I take the last question?
Yeah, sir, this is the last question, sir.
Okay, fine. Ruchita, I think is it Ruchita, right? Sir, what are the things that are to be taken in consideration while conducting a therapy session for an individual and a group? Okay, wonderful question, because that is how I am working with multiple problems also. I am trying to accommodate people in the same group sometime, but that's my talent after being practicing since last 16 years. So that could be one way that you can, accommodating different need of people in the same group, or you can work on individually. Like, you can just give them 5-10 extra minutes after every session, and before the session, before first thing you should do is meet them, consult them, ask their needs. If someone is needy, like someone is diabetic and he wants to have your consultation, or someone is having backache, neck problem, or recent surgery, or postpartum, postnatal sessions, likewise. So in that condition, first have them. Then after group session, you can advise them 10-15 minutes of extra consultation. These practices are like, you can add on extra to your practice to get better results for therapy session and for an individual. I think I hope I have answered your question, Ruchita.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So thank you very much, Bhavit, and thank you very much to all of you who are present here. And I think I will take a leave, Bhavit.
Thank you so much, sir, to come on this platform, and I hope you will join once again with us with
Yes.
some
I
another
think,
topic
Bhavit,
with your
if they have
experience.
any question, they
Yes.
can maybe drop to you and you can share.
Yeah. No problem, sir.
So
I'm
please
always
talk
available to all of
Bhavit
them,
and
so
give
they
me
can
forward.
ask. Yeah.
Yes, or you can give the number. Thank you, Bhavit.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you,
Bye
sir.
bye,
Thank you
everyone.
so much, sir.
Namaste.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. So everyone, please wait. So next, Dr. Anand Kumar will start the session. Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes. Hi, Bhavit.
Hello, sir. Good
Yes.
evening,
Can
sir.
you
Good
guys hear
evening,
me?
everyone. Once again, yes, it's clear, sir.
All right. But I
So
can't see
I'll introduce.
anybody.
Yeah, sir. Because of network fluctuation, so they cannot hear you properly. So this
Okay.
is why, like, we are keeping like this.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So I'll introduce today's speaker, Dr. Anand Kumar, who completed BNYS from SDM, and he's currently working as fitness supervisor at Marina Bay Sands, Singapore. And he's having of 11 years of experience, 2 years in naturopathy, 8 years as a trainer, and 1 year MMA fighter. So welcome you, sir, on this platform to share your knowledge. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Bhavit. All right. So, okay, guys, before we start the session, I just want to let you know that this is not a lecture, okay? And there won't be any slides or anything going on, okay? So, we will be having very raw session. That means a lot of questions regarding fitness and health before we move to the naturopathic point of view in the fitness and health, all right? So, before we move to the sessions, I would like to know how many of you do exercise regularly apart from yoga. So I can see everybody's message over here.
Yes, sir, it will
Okay,
be good, sir.
so okay, Bhumika says she does work out, and some other person, Anand, is saying he does work out as well. All right, but may I know, Bhavit, how many people are here right now?
83 people.
83. Okay, so out of 83, only few are responding so far. That's fine. Okay, what? Okay, I have passed out from BNYS in 2009, and since then my journey has taken many turns. Okay, so this shows that we are not only limited to yoga and naturopathy only. We can move. If there's a broad range of your career, and there's a broad range of your interest, whatever you want to do, you can achieve that. So I went out of naturopathy, BNYS, in 2009. Then I have done my first 1 year or 2 years. I have done my experience in naturopathy as a doctor in Delhi. And after that, I became a yoga instructor. From yoga instructor, I became a personal trainer in fitness. Then I became an MMA fighter. And then now I am a supervisor in a fitness center. It's a fitness club which have the steam, sauna, spa, and fitness center all together. I'm the supervisor over there. So this is one part of it. So career-wise, if you're thinking about that you are doing naturopathy and yoga, you can do much more than that. It depends if you're interested in it or not. Second thing is, um, when I was doing naturopathy, BNYS graduation, that is a like 5 years course. And I have not seen many people, including our teachers or surroundings, our neighbors or we students doing workout. Okay, there will be like only 1 to 10% hardly who are doing workout regularly. So that's why I'm here today to talk about, to give more awareness in the fitness. And there are a lot of changes are happening because I'm in Singapore. There are many changes are happening in fitness industry. I don't know how much changes have happened in naturopathy and yoga field, but there are a lot of changes happen in fitness and yoga field as well. Yoga has become a fashion rather than a philosophical path. Everybody is trying to look slimmer, and they just want to be flexible, show off their pictures in Instagram and all those things. So it is not right now, it is not deeper. There's no deep essence of yoga in the foreign countries so far, and also in India. So from you guys, I think you have to right now, you have that brain, you have that awareness and focus. So I think right now you can think about it, and you can bring that deeper sense to outside world when you graduate. All right, this is about yoga. Regarding fitness, so many of you have told me that you are doing dance and yoga practice, but I don't know how many of you are doing exercises. But it is very essential to be fit, to be healthy, because a healthy mind and a fit mind, a healthy body and fit body can uh, bring you to the uh, healthy mind also. All right, so if your body is fit, your mind will be fit as well. Okay, so nutrition plays a lot of important role in fitness or in health. And in because you are having a naturopathy background, you can do much more better, you can give much more better nutrition to others. All right, so I'm getting questions here. Which certification needed for the fitness? Okay, yes, ACE is one of the certificate, ACE. Another certificate is FITSAF, FITSAF, and another certificate is ACSM. These are the international recognized certification in fitness. All right. It depends on you. If you are really interested in fitness, then you go for those certification. It is better for you uh, because you have a medical background. You have learned anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. So I think you can do better in that way. Yoga, I think you don't have to have a particular certification in it, because you guys already practicing yoga for 5 years, which is a lot. You just have to know different flows like Ashtanga yoga or power yoga or Mysore yoga, all this kind of stuff. And that also depends if you want to be a yoga teacher. So you have to make up your mind that you want to become a yoga teacher, or you want to be a naturopath, or you want to be a fitness instructor. Okay, there's a lot of difference between them. In fitness instructor also, you want to be a group class trainer, or you want to be a personal trainer. So there is a different approach in both. Okay, so if you are a personal trainer, you will be like on one-on-one to one person. You will be catering more personal affection to them, rather than in a group class. You won't be caring about 30 people, right? You will be just teaching your own yoga session or your own fitness session. So this is about the certifications and what you can do with your degrees and your new certifications if you want to go for. Now, naturopathy aspects of fitness and in fitness and health. All right, there are few things. Okay, the number one thing is nutrition. I don't know how many of you eat meat and chicken and eggs and all those things, but I am I won't say a vegetarian, but I'm mostly a vegetarian guy. Very often, not often, very I don't eat a lot of meat, like very rarely, like maybe fish sometimes or eggs. That's it. No chicken, no meat. So if you are vegetarian, that is perfect for you. And in naturopath, being a naturopath, you can recommend diet for fitness and health. All right. So for example, protein, you can recommend lentils. Um, recommend your patients that they can eat lesser carbs. All right. They can eat fat, but not a lot of fat. So more protein, bit of fat, and bit of carbs. Plus, they should have their micronutrients also, like for example, vitamins, which can come from green vegetables, fruits, dry fruits. All right. And water is very essential. Please recommend your patients that they need to drink a lot of water, depending on the conditions. If they have certain conditions, they cannot drink a lot of water, that's fine. But this is the nutrition. This is how you can divide your macro and micronutrition. Second thing is important, massage. Massage is very important for your skin health and for your muscles health. When you give massage to your body, it stimulates the nerve endings, it stimulates your muscles and make them more stronger. Okay, it tends to make them, it opens up your pores and skin pores, and it takes out the toxins out of because of the sweat. Third thing is important. Okay, in massage, when you do it, it also strengthens your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your bones, your joints, which is very essential also. Third thing is supplements. Now, supplements, I'm not talking about those omega fatty acids or multivitamins and all those things. Supplements, I'm talking about what you can give them out of your spices, like turmeric, okay, black pepper. Turmeric is immunity booster, antibacterial. Black pepper is a stimulant. So anybody want to do exercise or yoga and they cannot do it, they don't have power or they don't want to do it, they can take they can mix up beetroot juice with little bit of black pepper and little bit of turmeric. It boosts them and it also stimulates them before they start their any workout session, so they don't feel tired during the session. This is very essential. You can go to your textbook and you can research on that too. Okay, supplements we have done. Next one is your sleep. Okay, your sleep is very essential. I won't say that you have to sleep 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day, but I'm saying you have to sleep deep, all right, as deep as possible for you, because if you are not sleeping in a deep manner, then your body will be tired whole day and you will not be having that mood to do your workouts. Okay, next thing is, for the immunity booster, you need to take care of your skin properly. All right, now for that you can do hydrotherapy and you can do mud therapy. Okay, in hydrotherapy, steam, sauna. All right, and in mud therapy, like you can give the mud packs on the stomach, and also you can do the full mud bath. Okay, these are the very essential things you have to remember. The first three things are very important: nutrition, second thing is massage, and third thing is supplementation. All right, in order to be healthy and strong. I will tell you one thing: when you are as a naturopath, you can clean them. All right, you can clean them very nicely. There's no doubt in that. Enema, all right, steam, massages, all those things you can give them to clean, but they still need to be stronger, and the strength only comes when they do exercise. Okay, when you do yoga, try to recommend them different asanas. For strength, you need to recommend them a separate asana. For balance, recommend them a separate asana. And for flexibility, recommend them separate asanas. This is how you can divide their days also. All right, like how we divide, one day we have to do chest workout, one day we have to do arms workout. In the similar way, you need to divide. One day they need to be balanced, another day flexible, and third day they need to be stronger. So what kind of, for example, what kind of asanas you can give to them? I would like to ask from you guys, what kind of asanas you can, easy basic asana you can give to your client or to your patient? Any suggestions? I really cannot see messages, but okay, I will tell you what some examples of it. Okay, number one, you can give them the chair pose, Utkatasana. Okay, number two, the plank posture. Yes, Surya Namaskar is good, but that's why I'm telling you, you guys need to divide it. Okay, you guys need to divide the strengthening, particular strengthening thing to their body parts. All right, not like the whole flow. All right, Surya Namaskar is very good, but you need to divide in a strengthening manner. For example, Utkatasana is for your thighs, yeah, right? For your hips, for your thighs, it strengthens your spine too. Then you have to go for the plank posture, okay, which comes in the Surya Namaskara also. Yes, how you're gonna give handstand Mayurasana to a basic guy, all right? They will fall, they will break themselves, all right? So try not to give them. Yes, Setu Bandhasana is very good, very nice, all right? That is good. So like this, you need to run your mind, okay? Just use this. Be creative, okay? We cannot be like traditional. That okay, we are going to do Surya Namaskara or we are going to do certain flows. Yes, Bhujangasana is good. Bhujangasana is very nice for your heart. It makes your heart stronger. Okay, not only your back, your heart is becoming stronger with Bhujangasana. Try to give that to them. Give this one to your patients. Okay, it is very important posture, but make sure that they don't have back pain before Bhujangasana. All right. So these, like this, you can divide them. Then balancing posture, you can go for very simple pose, the tree pose. Okay. Let's say somebody cannot do the tree pose. Very old guy, 70 years old patient coming to you, osteoarthritis. Yes, Tadasana is good. So what kind of balancing posture you're going to give to a old man, 60, 65 years old man, never do yoga before? How you are going to give them a balancing posture? What kind of, any suggestions you have? Vrikshasana, yes. Tadasana, yes. Okay, now an old man, this is what you have to remember, okay? One old man cannot do without his stick. All right, an old man cannot do, yes, with wall support. He cannot do a Vrikshasana by his own, okay? So you need to, how to say, you need to improvise the posture, okay? For example, the Tadasana is you keep your one leg, your feet on your one thigh, and then you have to keep your hands like this. Instead of that, ask them to keep a chair, all right? Take just 2 finger support on the chair and just lift their one leg up. No need to keep the leg on the thigh. So this is one of the improvisation of Tadasana. Oh, sorry, your Vrikshasana. So like this, you need to improvise the postures. All right. Now, next one is flexibility. Okay, this is easy for you guys. Any flexibility postures, you can just start from the basic. Remember one thing, okay, this is very important, especially in the foreign countries. If you guys want to work in a foreign country, over here we have to follow the rules and regulations. Okay, there are a lot of rules and regulations. Number one thing is never ever touch your clients. Yes, butterfly posture is good. Okay, we cannot touch the clients without their permission. This is very important. Second thing, you have to remember this. Okay, if you do not have a degree, you cannot work outside, okay, out of India. All right. And third thing, when you teaching them privately or in a group class, we as a doctor or we as a trainer, we try to correct them. Okay, first thing you have to do is before correction, you need to ask permission. Second thing, when you correct them, be slow and gentle. All right, don't be like push harder. Okay, this we can do in India, nobody complains, but do not push harder. Just keep on asking them. When you're pushing them, you ask them, is it okay, is it okay or not? All right, like this you can always be make them in their comfort zone. Okay. Next one is always be focused on their breathing, how they are breathing in and out. You have to be focused when you're doing a private training session. Okay. Now, how many of we go to the diet part again? How many of you are vegetarians? And okay, Janvi is vegetarian. Okay. You might have heard Jaya Rai is vegetarian. Rakshita. Okay. All right. A lot of people are vegetarian. That's good. Okay. Have you heard this term that from many people, if you do not eat meat, you cannot make your body? Right? We heard that, right? People say that without chicken, we cannot make body. If you're vegetarian, you will never be able to make a body. I will tell you, if you're a vegetarian or vegan guy, you can definitely make your body. Okay. But you have to control what you're eating. Number one, control the quantity of food you eat. Number two, control the timings, what time you eat that food. Okay. And number three, what you eat. Micro and micronutrients, divide into that. Plus, being a naturopath, you have a well idea of the characteristics of the food, right? You know what is the character of a papaya, all right? Mango, like for example, they are hot or cold in nature. Do you know about this? Yes, good. So this also you can recommend to the patients. Many people don't know about this, okay? They do not know the character or the nature of the food, okay? You can recommend the food according to that. Second thing, you can recommend them depending on the macronutrients, okay? Carbs, fat, and protein. Always remember, do not ask them to eat a lot of carbs, okay? Just ask them to eat a little bit more of protein and fat and then carbs. Okay. Carbs are nothing, it just gives you energy. If they have to eat carbs, they can eat brown rice, they can eat multi-grain flour chapatis, and they can eat ragi, they can eat barley, they can eat corns, all right? But do not ask them to eat white polished rice, okay? They can eat dalia, all right, porridge, muesli, oats. You might have heard about all these things. All right. Recommend them all these things first. Okay. Now, next one is you have to recommend them massages. At least once in 2 weeks, recommend them to go for massage, or at least do the self massage every week. If it is self massage, they can do every week. If they are going to a therapist, then they can do once in 2 weeks. Why we have to maintain this timeline? Because our body should not be adapted to that enjoyment. Okay. Because if you're doing it on daily basis, you need more. Okay. You will be needing more pressure, which will be unhealthy for your body. Okay. Next one is supplement. Please read about your Indian spices. This is very essential, and these spices are very important. Okay. You know what is happening outside world? What is happening in foreign countries like USA or even in Thailand? They are doing making small shots. You know, the vodka shots, those small tequila shots. What they are doing is they will add turmeric in that. They'll make one shot of that. Okay, and they are selling it. Okay. Similarly, they will do the black pepper shot. They will do Himalayan pink salt shot. Okay, they are using all of our Indian spices, and they are using it for the health benefits and purposes. They are earning money from that. But we as Indian, we are ignoring the spices. Okay, in order to do workout, we are just, oh, we don't want to eat salt, we don't want to eat spices, we don't want to eat a lot of sugar, so we are ignoring it. But outer countries, they are using our knowledge and our history. Okay, this all comes from Ayurveda and all those things. So you have to read about it and try to get your knowledge out of it. Okay, because when you are pass out of naturopathy and yoga, your BNYS, you have a lot of broad uh, areas, okay, to cover up. Like for example, if you want to be a doctor, a naturopath, you can be that. You can be a yoga instructor, you can be a fitness trainer, you can be a dietitian, nutritionist, all right, and you can be a life coach, okay, you can be a consultant. A lot of things you can become. It depends what you really want, all right. So that's why I say naturopathy is very well related not only to health, it is also related to your fitness, okay. What we have to do as naturopath, we have to come out with our full force. We are lacking, okay, what naturopath outside are lacking, okay, we are lacking confidence against the medical people, okay. This is the truth, hard truth. We have to accept it, but we have to improvise after that. Number two, we are lacking is knowledge, okay. In that, I have one question from you, for you guys. How many of you are here, are doing BNYS out of their own interest, that your parents have not thrown in there, or you don't have any other choice, okay. So how many of you are becoming naturopath without any interest? Me, Harshita, okay. All right, okay, this is what I wanted to say, okay. Most of the naturopath, yes, but now you are good, right? It's okay, that's fine. What I'm trying to say is, most of us are becoming naturopath or yoga instructor without any interest, okay. But I know once you are into it, most of us are getting interested in that, and we want to do something out of it. Always remember, college is different and outer world is very different, okay. If you want to have impact on the outer world, you have to be creative, be passionate, and be dedicated, all right. For that, right now, you have to think about it and think, what are you really interested in naturopathy and yoga, Jaya. In naturopathy and yoga also, they are, mm, as I said, it's broad area, okay. It's not very small stuff. If you really want to just do a job as a naturopath somewhere for 25,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees, then it's fine. You can be a doctor, just take a degree outside, and there are many places where you can be a doctor in any clinic or CCRN clinics or private hospitals. You can be a doctor, but what you really contributing to the society, okay. So you need to think right now what you want to become, okay, and then your whole focus should be on that particular thing, and when you come out, you'll be doing better in that area, okay. Always remember that. So fitness is one of the area, and as I said, if your body is fit, you can do anything in life, all right. You can change yourself, you can change the world, all right. But be fit first. If your stomach coming up, all right, and you can't even see your toes when you bend down, okay, because when you become a naturopath, you're sitting on that chair, you really don't have time to do workout, first of all, or second thing, you just don't want to do it because it's too lazy, because it's now you're getting easy money, $50,000, 50,000 rupees in your pocket, and that's it, you're done for the day, right? So make sure you are making yourself right now, okay. Get up from the bed, do your workouts every single day. Apart from the yoga, try all different types of workouts, okay, whether it is Pilates, whether it is MMA training, Muay Thai training, any martial arts training, dance, okay. Try different aspects of workout, and then your brain will open up, okay. Do not just stick to one thing, okay, because we will become like a horse, you know. During marriages, the groom will be on the horse, right, and that horse is like this, so we cannot see left or right, okay, we always see straight. You need to open up that, all right, then only you can improve yourself in life. That's why I say one of the way is fitness. Okay, so don't be only stick to the yoga. Try to find out different routes to be healthy, so that you can give more ideas to your patients. Okay, you won't be only stick to the yoga and naturopathy. All right. So anything you understand? Okay, I am not used to this thing because I'm talking to myself right now. So anything you didn't understand, you can ask me right now. Any question regarding the fitness? Any questions regarding the workouts, yoga, or anything maybe like for the outside world? You want to know about Singapore? Can you suggest few instruments? Wow, okay, I didn't open this one. To maintain fitness. Shravani, what kind of instruments you want to know? Is it it should be you want to know about bigger instruments, or you want to know about very um, accessible one, like accessories? Bland food is recommended. Who is recommending the bland food? Okay, bland food. Okay, this is what you have to understand, you guys. Okay, do not recommend bland food to every patient. Okay, bland food is very important for those for the cleaning purposes. All right, you can also if you're doing it just for the weight loss, it's not good. All right, because your stomach is not used to that. Okay, initially, yes, bland food is very nice. Okay, but try to recommend them little bit of salt, little bit of masala in that. Okay, little bit of tadka in that. All right, not always, but try to reduce that. Can we suggest stretching yoga pose after exercise? Yes, after exercise, it is very important to cool down, and yoga postures are very essential for that. Yoga, you can always recommend that. That's nice one. Weight training necessary for toning? Yes, weight training is very important for the toning. Is it Lakhani? Why? There are two ways. One, either you carry weight, or you make your body very strong so that you can use your own body weight for the toning purposes. Okay, if you tone up yourself, make sure you do more repetitions and you do slow workout. If you do faster repetitions and you do lesser repetitions, then you will never able to tone your body. Okay, always remember this one. Next one, abs for skinny fat. Okay, for Anand, can you please tell me about A certification in detail? All right, you need to ask, you can send me message on my Facebook, and then I will let you know about A certification. All right. You want to know about abs exercises for skinny fat? Please send me messages for that. It's too long. Instruments. Okay, for the fitness, I will recommend you to, if you want to do workout at home, you need to have the band. Okay, there are two kinds of band. One is the strap for yoga. Another one is a band for the workouts. Okay, those rubber band. I'll show you guys. Okay. All right, this kind of band. Okay, it can stretch, so you can do workout for your biceps, your back, your chest, everything with this particular band. I have some YouTube videos about this. or you can go and see any YouTube videos about the bands. Okay, this is very basic thing you can have at home, and you can use it as a resistance. If you are, there was another question about toning, so you can use this one also for your toning. If you do not have dumbbells or you don't want to keep those heavy stuff, you know. Why is there always conflict between yoga and exercise? It is not conflict. It's just there are two different aspects of, there are like two different perspectives of yoga and your, you know, workout. um, Exercises, especially the weights training, is body. Okay, it's all about your body. It does not make your internal organs stronger. Okay, by naturopathy and yoga you can make your internal organs stronger. Exercises will never make your ligaments and your tendons stronger. Okay, it'll, your yoga will make your ligaments and your tendons stronger. Okay, you don't have any idea how much problems bodybuilders and trainer not trainer bodybuilders and those people who do workouts they face. They always have digestive issues. Okay, they are more prone to that. Okay, they are more prone to unconsciousness, what do you call that, giddiness. All right, they are more prone to getting cramps. So bodybuilders, they look good, you have six pack abs and everything, but um, they are, they will be never as good as a yoga guy. You know, yoga helps you to be balanced, it makes you flexible, it also makes you stronger, plus it makes your internal organs and your mind better. I will tell you a very basic thing. When you do weights training, you will be tired after workout. Okay, and you will be like lethargic. But when you practice yoga, you will be energetic after practice of those asanas. All right, this is the major difference you can find between both. But if you want to look good or you want to tone your muscles, you really have to do weights training. There's no other choice. Okay, yoga cannot make you more toned. All right, remember that. So there's no conflict in that. Yes, Shravani, I'm running a YouTube channel. I will send you the link later. What can we do about bloating? Oh, it happens when I skip workout once or twice a week. All right. Do you take protein? Okay, this is for all of those who are taking protein shakes. All right. So if you're taking protein shakes, certain protein shake. All right, so you're not taking protein shake. Okay, but I will tell you one thing. Okay, if you're taking a protein shake, certain brands will make you bloated. Okay, but if you're not, then you have to check your diet. Okay, there must be something in your diet which is giving you a bloated feeling. Okay, it could be lactose if you're drinking milk. All right, you would have to check on that. If you are having a lot of lentils, okay, you need to check on that. If you are taking sprouts, it can make you bloated too. So there are many other things which can make you bloated, but you have to have check on your diet then. Okay. All right, I hope Shalin got the answer. All right, good. All right, so Ruchita, sir, what are your views about black coffee, caffeine, and protein supplement that people take as pre-workout and their diet while doing? All right, that's a good question. All right. Just now I told you about black pepper, right? And turmeric. If you do not, caffeine is a stimulant which makes you stay focused. That's it. It does not have any other impact on your workout. If you think you're taking caffeine and you're getting stronger, it's not happening. When you're taking caffeine, you are more focused and alert. The same thing you can do with the black pepper and coconut water. Try it. Okay, believe to me. Maybe in 1 day, 2 days, you might not feel the difference, but you have to try it for few days altogether. Okay, take a little bit of coconut water, a little bit of black pepper, and if you want to add, if you have a beetroot juice, little bit, you have to take that. Okay, what beetroot juice does is it it makes it how to explain you guys. Okay, you know the function of nitrates in the body. Okay, those compounds we are using as a pre-workout. Okay, what they does is they dilate your blood vessels so that you can pump more blood into your muscles. Okay, the same thing, the same function is of beetroot. All right, and black pepper is a stimulant, and coconut water is a energy drink. That's it. Remember this. Okay, and then you can use it the way you want to. Okay, it might not be effective on one day, but it will be effective on few days. All right, remember that if you don't want to take those artificial stimulants. All right, bloating is done. Great. What is the next question? Is it necessary to do any kind of exercise empty stomach? All right, Janvi, this, remember two main rules of workout or yoga exercises. Number one, always do workout 3 hours later your meal. Okay, so first you eat, let's say you eat your meal at 3 o'clock, you have to do workout at 6. Do not do workout at 5. Okay, and always eat your meal within 45 minutes of your workout. Okay, so that the time the body needs it. Okay, it will be craving for your carbs. If you are crossing that 45 minutes of time, you will automatically attack your carbs. Okay, you will be like munching your rice or your noodles. Okay, whatever carbs you are seeing it. Okay, because your body after workout it craves for the sugar. We do not want to give it too much of sugar. So within 45 minutes of time, eat your meal, and that's it. These are the two major rules. Remember this. Fasting. Okay. Anand, what do you want to know about fasting? Okay, so fasting is what? Okay, it is basically sending your body to a stage. I'm explaining you in a very physical manner or in a very biochemistry manner. Okay, fasting is a stage where you are pushing your body to use your fat as your energy. Okay, but if you go for fasting for too long, or if it is not a well planned fasting, your body will start consuming your muscles, which is protein, right? So it will consume your protein to get the energy. So you have to plan your fasting in a way that your body, your patient's body, always remains in that fat consuming state. Do not send it to the starvation state. It is a muscle consuming state. Okay, so this is very important part of your health in fasting. Okay, always remember that it takes almost 2 to 3 days of time to change our body metabolism for consuming fat and using it as energy. Okay, so always remember that. Okay, fasting is good, but don't go for your starvation stage. Remember it. No harm in taking multivitamins, depending on what kind of brand you are taking, Aisha, because there are some cheap brands in India. You have to be careful about it. Okay, I do not have any idea, but try to, multivitamins is good. But remember, there are two things you need to remember regarding multivitamins. Number one, always take it in the lunchtime. Okay, because multivitamins, whenever you consume it, it tends to you tend to pass urine, okay, a lot. You will get that sensation a lot. Second thing, so you don't want to take in the night time. Second thing, drink a lot of water when you're taking supplements or multivitamins, okay, so that you can wash it out. Good for weight loss. Are you asking me what is good for weight loss? If you are doing your diet properly or you're maintaining your food properly, you will definitely able to do weight loss with your workout. What do you suggest? Weight training with machines or weights or our own body? Charlene, always remember, if you want to, weight training with weights is very nice, but if you really want to use your own body weight, you have to how to say, you have to be much more better. For example, if you are able to do 10 push-ups, you have to make sure you are doing 15 push-ups. Okay, if you are doing 10 dips, you have to make sure you are doing 15 dips. Okay, always do more than what you can do. Okay, then only you will be improvising yourself while doing body weight training. Try to go for calisthenics, very important. Okay, calisthenics are a good try for your own body weight training, because after fasting you will get all that fat back. Maybe, oh Janvi, it depends on how much you are, how you are, is it about you or about your patients? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter, but it depends after fasting how you are. Post fasting is also very important. Okay, so pre-fasting state is important, fasting is important, and also post fasting is also important. Okay, once you are done with the dieting or your fasting, a lot of lemon honey juice and all those things, what happens is, as I told you, when we do workout, your body craves for sugar. Similarly, after fasting, your body will crave for sugar. You will be consuming so much of sugar that you won't even understand it. It just goes inside your body. Plus, because your body is clean, it consumes your sugar very fast. And if you are not doing workout, it deposits very fast, because your metabolism is fat. Metabolism is using energy from the fat, not from your sugars. That's why many people after fasting, they tend to gain weight very fast too. So post fasting is very important. That means if you are going back to the carbs again, try to go slowly, and your mind should be always set that I cannot eat more than this. That's why most of the times I do not recommend fasting to my clients. I always give them what they want to eat, but in very smaller quantities. Plus, what I will do is I will move my workout around their diet. Okay, I have a lot of Indian clients here in Singapore. They don't want to eat bland food, to be very honest. They just want to eat the Indian food, the tandoori chicken and chana masala and dosa and all those things. So I won't stop them. I will just tell them, eat in a smaller quantities, but my workout will be always around that. So similarly, if you are doing fasting, that's fine. After fasting, eat everything in a smaller quantity, and also you do your workout around that. Can you give suggestions on using and buying a gym ball, any fitness instrument for beginners? Sorry. Okay. So you can buy a gym ball from Amazon. All right. You can, as I suggested you, this rubber band, you buy that. Very important for you too. Okay. These two are essential part. How accurate is the reading calories on fitness band? Okay, Aisha, I do not believe in that. I'm not wearing any band. Okay, and I'm not suggesting my clients also any band. Okay, if you are making your mind, if you're keeping your mind on that calories track, is not working. Okay, it'll work for a while, afterwards it won't. Believe me. All right, you have to set up your mind. That's it, simple as that. Is it possible to lose 2 to 3 kg after 3 days fasting? Yes, you can. 1 kg per day you can lose very easily. Sir, can you suggest combination of yoga and exercises for daily routine to feel energetic? Janvi, just do yoga to feel energetic. It is very good. Sometimes just add some routines. For example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you do yoga, and rest of the days you just do your workout. Simple as that. Any workout you can do it. Just you can open up some YouTube channels, but you need to be very good in that. Okay, you cannot do just blindly. Just be focused in that. Both of them you can do it, but I will tell you, I'm doing workout in the morning. I do my yoga flexibility practice in the evening. Um, for workout, I take almost 2 hours. For yoga, I almost take 30 minutes to 45 minutes, which makes me very, very happy. Okay. That's why I'm telling you, yoga is, don't ever leave yoga. Okay. Just do it, practice it daily, but add some workouts in your routine. All right. I'm not getting any other question. I hope I
Yes, sir.
answered you. If
All the
anybody,
questions. So one more question.
no more questions. Okay. Okay. Bhavit,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me? Okay. You know what?
Yes, yes.
Is there any session where I can see all of them? You know, not all of
They
them,
can
some of
switch
them.
on. Yeah, they can switch on their video now also if they want. I have asked them if they want
Uh-huh.
really. So just for 5 minutes, if 10 to 15 people also, yeah, they have started
Yeah.
one person.
You know what
So
happens like this?
please
It's
switch
like,
on your video, everyone, possible for 5 minutes.
so you guys are staying in the hostel or what? Bhavit?
All are in home, sir. All are in home, sir. From home they are
Okay.
connecting, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Others
So
also they
right
can
now,
switch on their video.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's,
So that's why I asked you guys, Bhavit, how
yes, sir.
many of you do workouts regularly? Okay. Always remember, this is the reality. Okay. Even though we are naturopath doctor, we ourselves don't do exercises every single
That's what
day.
my concern was to take in
Yeah.
this webinar. Sir.
Yes. Okay. You have seen your teachers, maybe. Okay. You might have seen your
Others
surroundings.
too. Yeah.
Yes. We, as a doctor, also don't do workout regularly. Okay. So the only thing you have to remember, all of you, that please do workout every single day. Be healthy. You just don't have to show off your abs. Okay. If you have it, but you really need to be strong enough so that you can be confident. Okay, if you have a belly coming out and you are going outside and you're telling that anybody that you are a yoga instructor or you are a naturopath, uh, they will not be feeling confident in you. Okay, because right now you're sitting in a college or in a hospital. That's fine, because most of the places in India we all have bellies coming out. Okay, but if you want to work outside of India, you really have to leave this body. You need to be changing yourself so that you can stand in front of other people. Either you should have knowledge, a lot of knowledge, which is not possible. Not everybody is like having uh, that kind of knowledge. But what everybody can have is the right attitude and the confidence, which can always make you stand in front of others. All right. So always remember, be fit.
So, so like it was a complete session, like question answer session, and it was a good session. So for me as a student, sir, not as a
Okay.
opinionaries, I'm saying like so to
All
learn
right.
many things from these questions, and I hope we will
Hmm.
connect a practical session with you anytime whenever the participants are ready. So any workout session or anything like that, we
Yes.
we may
Always
have in
remember.
future if possible.
Always
Yeah,
remember. If you want me to be here,
yeah,
I will not be coming with the slides. Okay. I will
yes,
not be. I will not be talking about what I know. I will be always discussing about you guys. Okay. So
sure, sir.
you can pass on your knowledge. I can pass on my knowledge. So we can have that conversation.
Interactive.
Okay. Yes, correct. Okay, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. You can always tell me that, sir, you are wrong, because right now in naturopathy we are doing this. Okay, So, okay, now my question for you guys is, if you are still there, what is anything new is there? Like, I left naturopathy, I left BNYS in 2009, and now it is 2020, 11 years, right? So anything new has come up for your knowledge or something new recently? Anybody?
Unmute yourself if anybody want to speak first.
They can come to the audio also if they want to talk, you know.
Maybe they didn't see any new things from last 11 years.
All right. So that means there's nothing new has come up. So I will assume that, okay? But if anything new has come up in your course or in your syllabus, all right, please do let me know. Do you guys want my YouTube channel link or my other link?
Yeah, sir,
My
that would be
FB
good
link?
if you text in chat box, sir.
Okay.
Or I'll
Bhavit,
share, sir. If
yes. You have my YouTube link and FB link?
yeah, I have. So I'll
Oh
share.
yeah, please share with them. I would like to know, I would love to know if anything new has come up in naturopathy and yoga in recent
Yes,
years,
sir.
which you are enjoying, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you guys want any session regarding your career after naturopathy? Let me know also, okay?
So we'll know in this chat box, yes. We'll see how many, 52 are there. So we'll see how many yes will come, sir.
Wow. Okay, so many people want to know. Okay, so Bhavit, just let me know when you can do the next session. We will talk
Yeah,
about your
sir.
career
For sure,
outside
sir.
of
We will
your
have that session.
thing, okay?
Yes,
And
sir.
also, it's for you guys. Please, you can go for the audio next time if anybody is asking questions, so that it's better to hear the conversation. All right.
Sure, sir. Thank
All
you
right,
so much,
Bhavit.
sir, to come on this platform, sir. We are very glad
No
to
worries,
have you
man.
in the very
Oh,
short
thank
period
you,
of
Bhavit.
time. So
Okay.
thank you so much, sir. And thank you everyone to join. And we hope the next week we'll have on board this, sir, for the
All right.
next interactive session.
Thank
Okay.
you very
Thank
much,
you so
everyone.
much, sir.
All right, for having
Thank
me
you,
here.
sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good
We'll
night. Have good sleep. Okay.
yes,
Bye.
sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.